What's going on, guys? Talk Movies with us here, and we are back again for our monthly Blu-ray haul video. We're a little backed up. This is for the month of January and February.
Yes. We've been busy, but we are back on the wagon. We got 2 months of Blu-ray goodness to show you guys.
And half of it is copies of The Little Mermaid.
That is not true.
We'll get through it. Only 75 copies of that coming up. Between that and A Star Is Born.
Yes,
but
of course.
It's all right. Addiction. It's addiction, right? You don't do drugs, so that's
We
good.
just buy movies.
Yeah. So we're not going to babble too much. You know how this thing works. We're going to reel off the movies we've purchased over the last couple of months.
Talk about how we probably didn't watch them.
Probably didn't watch them, and if we did watch them, our little review on them.
Yes. Who wants to start it off?
Go ahead, start it off.
You want me to start it off?
Go ahead.
All right, I'll start it off with a box set. This is the Critters box set from Scream Factory. And I haven't even opened it yet, but I got a fantastic deal on this at FYE. I think between like coupon and discount, it ended up being like 30-something bucks. So I definitely couldn't say no, and I'll crack this open soon.
Yeah, FYE is very hit or miss, so
yes,
that's good.
Next up, we have Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey in 4K, and this is one beautiful set. So I'm excited to see how the transfer looks on this. I heard great things about it. All right, I'll go one more. Next up, we have Mid-90s, which is a movie that we both really enjoyed. It's a directorial debut from Jonah Hill, and I love the way that this was shot.
Yeah, it was different. Very 90s, very nostalgic.
Yeah, and great acting, and overall a really, really great film.
Really solid directorial debut by Jonah Hill, for sure. Good watch. And it's quick, too. Hour and 20, maybe?
Yeah, it was a quick one.
But it was really good.
You can rewatch this. I feel like it has a rewatchability factor to it.
Go watch that and go play Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And
pretty much,
relive your whole childhood.
Yes, go ahead.
All right, first up is a movie we haven't watched yet. We know it was up for a few awards during Oscar season, but that is First Man, directed by Damien Chazelle.
Starring Ryan Gosling.
That guy hasn't made a bad movie yet. I mean, I know I wasn't the biggest fan of La La Land, but Whiplash is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely give this one a watch soon. You know, Ryan Gosling's always good.
Yeah, I'm sad that we missed it in theaters, though, because I'm sure it looked really nice on the, big screen.
We kind of fell off the last couple of months in the theaters. Like, we haven't even been to the movies lately.
I know. It's been sad, but we're trying to get back into it, so hopefully we'll have some
I happened to see Green Book, the Best Picture winner, and I was very happy with that winning. I'm just going to give my 2 thoughts on that, my 2 seconds on that. Really good movie, really solid film. Can't believe a Farley brother actually has an Oscar now. The director of Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin and all the comedies I loved during the 90s has an Oscar, so.
Yeah.
You know, but Green Book was a really good film, really good, uplifting movie, and I highly recommend it. It was definitely worthy. Really funny, too. I can't believe a movie that funny actually won an Oscar. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Green Book. Maybe we'll give our full review once we both see it.
Yeah. Well, it comes out a week from Tuesday, so we're definitely going to be picking it up.
On 4K.
On 4K, and I'll definitely be watching it, and then I'll also give my thoughts.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, Green Book, good movie. Happy it won. All right, next up, we got Captain America, the original, on a 4K Steelbook.
Yes. We didn't have this one, so we had to pick it up.
Yeah, now we have that.
Show it off. It's beautiful. Since we didn't do an unboxing, but it's a nice steelbook. Show off the inside. I really enjoyed the steelbook way more than these stupid 4K slipcovers that they're releasing with just like the character on the front. I'm not a fan of the new Disney steelbook, Disney slipcovers at all. So go ahead, go one more.
I'll go one more. This is a movie we saw in theaters and we did do a review on, but that is Bad Times at the El Royale.
I loved this movie.
Yeah, really good movie. You know, very reminiscent of a Quentin Tarantino flick.
Yes.
You could tell this is heavily inspired by the great Quentin Tarantino, but great film nonetheless. Really good movie, really fun ride.
Loved the performances, loved the story, the way it was shot, the music, everything about it. I really loved that movie.
And to hear us babble on this movie for an extra 5 minutes, check out our review of it we did a few months back.
All right, I will go now. Next up, I grabbed How to Train Your Dragon and How to Train Your Dragon 2 on 4K, and I was gonna watch these and then go see the new one, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but hopefully I'll catch it before it leaves the theaters, so I'm definitely gonna watch these. And I heard that it's a really great trilogy, and it's good to know that there are other animation studios other than Disney putting out some great movies, so I'm really excited to watch these.
DreamWorks has had some good stuff. Shrek.
But it's hard to compete with Disney, it really is, so yeah. And next up is a Disney movie. This is... In the Disney Movie Club, you can do like mystery Blu-rays, so I decided to try it out again, and I got Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, which I don't own, and it came with a slipcover, so...
So what the heck?
So what the heck? I like the Tinkerbell movies. They're cute. They're cheesy and cute, but...
Yeah, here's a nice segue into...
All right, and this is...
We go from goddamn Tinkerbell to...
Night of the Demons with a beautiful slipcover. Had to add this to the Scream Factory collection. Grabbed this from someone on Facebook at a really great price, so I definitely couldn't say no to that. So, Night of the Demons after Tinkerbell. Yeah. We'll do a double feature.
Good. Yeah, that's good. All right, I'll go. We have another movie I haven't seen. I don't think we've seen this. This is Demolition.
I grabbed this from the same guy I grabbed Night of the Demons.
And haven't seen this yet. But guys, comment down below. How is his new movie on Netflix, Velvet Buzzsaw?
Yeah.
Heard very mixed opinions on it. So comment down below if you've seen that. But, I mean, the guy never gives a bad performance.
He really doesn't. So... I heard this one was really good because it's him dealing with the loss of his wife and everything. So.
Oh, sounds fun. So, yeah, that's Demolition. Next up, we got a movie sent to us for my birthday from the great Brian King. We mentioned him a few times. He's a member of our Facebook group, an admin, you know.
Yep.
Funny guy, loves movies. But he sent us one of his favorites of last year, and that is Widows.
And we watched it, and we really enjoyed this movie.
Really good flick. He sent it to us because he knows I'm like a big Liam Neeson fan. Mm-hmm. And he says, add this to your Liam Neeson collection, and I said, sure.
I thought it was a solid movie. I mean,
really good flick, yeah.
Everybody gave great performances. There was a cool twist to it. And yeah, give us your thoughts down below in the comments. Let us know how you liked it.
I feel like this one definitely flew under the radar.
I think it did.
It was a really cool little heist flick, and I really enjoyed it.
I think it came out around the same time as like Aquaman, didn't it?
Yeah. Well,
so maybe that's why.
End of the year.
It's tough when you have like big blockbusters coming out, but that was solid. I really enjoyed that.
Definitely a good watch.
Go ahead.
All right, next up is Bohemian Rhapsody on 4K.
Which we did watch because, you know, we had to check it out.
And I gotta say, this was a solid movie. He gives a great performance, Rami Malek.
Yeah, he was great.
Cannot believe this was in the Best Picture nomination because it was a good, solid flick. I love the music, but if the music wasn't Queen's amazing music, it was just so generic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that the fact that it was Queen's music and it was about Freddie Mercury, and I think that's what really made the movie. Other than that, I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't know why it was up for Best Editing. I mean,
oh yeah, that was...
The concert scenes were shot very well. They were shot very nicely. But anytime they were in a room and they were chatting with one another or in a group, the camera was like, cut.
It was almost like Michael Bay-esque. It really was strange.
And it was, for me and you, it was very distracting. I hope that, you know, if you watched it and you didn't notice it, I hope now that we've mentioned it, you won't notice it again. Yeah. Because But it was a good movie.
The performance, Rami Malek definitely
made it. I think that he did deserve to win.
And the rest of the members of the band really did look like them. Look like Queen. It was just overall, like we said, if it wasn't Queen and if it was just a movie about a band that we didn't know much about already going in.
Like if you didn't know all the words to all their songs.
Yeah. And it's another thing about this movie is that you don't really... I know it's not a... What's it called?
A documentary.
It's not a documentary, but you really don't learn anything new about the band, you know? It's like all the stuff you already knew before, just, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? If the band signed off on the script and everything, so you can't really...
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Good watch.
It was a good watch.
Good watch.
And it looked good. It looked good in 4K.
Just wanted a little more. But, yeah, next up is a movie that was one of my favorites of last year.
I loved this movie, too.
Great movie. Was a great theater experience, and that is Overlord. We did do a review on this. Go check it out. But this was just such a friggin' badass movie.
It was so much fun to watch. Like, you were just on this wild ride. And I will say this because I say it every time I talk to somebody about it, but this movie blew my eardrums out in the theater. It's so loud, it's so immersive, and it was an awesome movie.
It was just a fun movie, but it was just well done. It was bloody. It was a bloody good time.
And if you want something that's historically accurate, don't watch it, because...
No, I don't think it's meant to be that.
It's not, but someone in our group complained about that.
Oh, God. Everything's got to be historically accurate.
All right. Do you want to go again, or do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
All right. Next up, we have Hellfest on 4K, and we watched this, and it was okay. It was... You know, between this and Bloodfest, I think I actually liked Bloodfest more because it was that was a horror comedy, whereas this one just, you know, it took itself seriously. It had some solid moments, some cool kills, but
it was generic. It was very generic.
Very generic.
If you want to watch a good movie, horror movie based around a carnival or whatever the hell, a theme park, Funhouse Massacre.
Yeah, we had a fun time
was way
with that.
better. Robert Englund's in it for 3 minutes. But it's a way better movie, I think, than Hellfest. But,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we have another DC animated movie, and that is Justice League, Throne of Atlantis. This was one of the ones that I never got the original edition of it, so when they re-released it, I definitely had to pick it up. And one of these days, like I always say, I'll get through the DC animated movies.
One of these days.
For now, I'll just keep collecting them. But, all right, you want me to go again?
Go ahead, one more.
Next up, we have Disobedience, which is, you know, the story of the Jewish lesbians. We haven't watched this one yet. We heard that they're, you know, pretty solid performances from Rachel McAdams and Rachel Weisz. And,
yeah, Rachel McAdams is one of my favorite actresses, so I'll watch anything she does.
Yeah, so we're excited to check this one out eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, all right, go ahead.
And next up is a 4K title I have been asking for since
Day
the
one.
debut of 4K movies. And it is Cliffhanger. No. I mean, listen, it's a fun movie, fun 90s action flick. I mean, I'm more of a Vertical Limit kind of dude, even though I love Stallone. But this is just as good. It's fun. It's Stallone.
It looks like it's going to be a batshit crazy time.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I'll watch anything Stallone
You know what the cover of this reminds me of? It reminds me of Ace Ventura when he's like on the rope and he's like going to rescue the raccoon.
Yeah, this cover is totally inaccurate to the movie. Look, see how he's like shirtless and he has like in the movie. It's just you'll see when you watch the movie how it's kind of like a pretty bad Photoshop job. But yeah, that's Cliffhanger.
All right,
fun 90s flick. And next up is a movie that I was always curious about because I've always heard nothing but terrible, terrible things.
Like, honestly, people talk about it like it's literally the worst movie on the face of this earth.
And then I usually like bad movies, so I said, oh, I'll probably like it. I like Matthew McConaughey. And that is Texas Chainsaw, The Next Generation. And wow, did this live up to how freaking terrible. This movie is really, really, really hard to watch.
So, Matthew McConaughey gives an awesome performance, though. Like, he plays crazy really well.
But even he couldn't save this mess.
No, and Renee Zellweger, she's awkward, but this... It was interesting. You know what? I found that I was interested in finishing it because of how bad it was, and it was so cheesy. And you honestly just didn't know where they were trying to go with this movie.
I couldn't even believe how this, like, something like this got made. Honestly, like it was really, like, I couldn't get over why the like Texas Chainsaw guy, why Leatherface looked like an old woman. Like,
and he was just screaming throughout the whole movie.
Like, he had such an odd scream. That so I was just scratching my head the whole movie. I was just like, I watch a lot of bad movies, but that one was rough. That was pretty rough.
You know what? Really that is a movie, though, that I will tell you, I will watch it again at some point. Maybe I'll watch it without you.
I'm not going to be there, but...
It was so bad that, like, but there was something about it that I wanted to keep watching it, so... But afterwards, I was like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I don't think that was a waste of time. Like,
I don't know. I can see why, though, they had to change the cover and take Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger out. I can see why they don't really want to be involved in it, even though it's there.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, another Scream Factory pickup. Haven't watched the actual Scream Factory version yet, but I've seen this movie a bunch of times, and that is another Stallone classic in Cobra.
I love that slipcover.
I love Sylvester Stallone. If you guys haven't noticed,
movies.
Yeah, slowly but surely. She's watched the first Rocky. I showed her the first Rambo. I'm showing her the essentials. So
yeah, I really enjoyed both of them.
This will be on the list next. This one is just another badass 80s Stallone movie.
Okay.
You know, crime is a disease. Meet the cure. You gotta love it.
You want me to go?
Go ahead.
All right. Next up, we have a movie that I completely blind bought.
Yeah, I don't know why she bought this.
I bought Jonathan with
confused.
Ansel Elgort.
Like, why'd you buy this?
All right, first of all, I bought it because I like Ansel Elgort. I like him. And even though this is probably completely untrue, the back of it says a hybrid of Fight Club and Charlie Kaufman. And obviously, if Fight Club is ever mentioned, I'm curious.
You like movies where people beat the shit out of themselves, right?
Sure.
Like Liar Liar.
I do like that.
Give me my ass. Do you mind? That's good.
So, you know what? Even if it's not that bad, it was cheap. So, or I mean, if it is bad, it was cheap. So, whatever. All right, next up is a movie that we did see and we liked, and we did a review of this, right?
Of course we did.
Of course we did. Everybody was doing a review of it. We grabbed Halloween, and we did double dip on the 4K Steelbook and the 4K slipcover. This slipcover is awesome because it's embossed and everything, and even though I'm not the greatest fan of the font they used, that's a pretty cool Steelbook.
Yeah.
The back of it with the pumpkin. And you know what? I thought it was a solid movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked Halloween. The new Halloween I liked. I thought it was a little tad underwhelmed. I kind of left the theater going, that's it. But overall, I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself in it. It was nice to see Michael Myers back on the big screen again.
Yeah, it had a lot of throwbacks to the original, and it was good. It was solid.
It was solid. Nothing more, nothing less for me, but yeah.
All right, you want me to keep going?
Go ahead, keep going, because my pile's almost ending here.
Oh, yeah. All right, I did grab The Lion King in 4K, because I didn't grab it once it came out, so we did pick that one up. I've obviously seen The Lion King, but haven't watched the 4K
Who the hell has it? The new one looks good with Johnny Fav.
So I'm excited,
John
excited
Favreau,
to see that.
The live action one looks awesome.
Next up is Suspiria, which is another one I missed in theaters just because of how limited it was. But I did watch this, and I will say I really enjoyed it.
Well, you see, there's a pattern in this video. You show a Disney movie, and then next is a horrifying movie. You ever notice that?
I mean, this movie is not horrifying. It's just...
Well, to follow The Lion King up with, we did not do this on purpose. But
no, I didn't. Maybe subconsciously I did. But I really enjoyed Suspiria. This is a movie you absolutely cannot compare to the original, which is an absolute classic. But if you take it, you know, it has the basis of the original slightly. You know, it made it its own movie, and I really enjoyed it. So let me know what your thoughts on this were, because I know it was very divisive.
Alrighty, next up we have Hannah. Recently picked this one up in FYE because we saw the trailer for the Amazon Prime show they're putting out, and I had remember seeing this on HBO or something a few years ago, and I ended up really enjoying it. So I picked it up, had it with the slip. So I said, hey, we'll watch it one day.
It was like $5.
Yeah, good movie. And next up is an Arrow box set to one of my favorite Del Toro movies. And I think this movie is severely underrated, and that is Crimson Peak. I love Del Toro, and I love this movie. I think this movie is so underrated. It's underrated as a horror flick, and it's just, this movie's just shot beautifully.
That box set is absolutely beautiful. That movie was shot very beautifully. I think it was a pretty solid movie. I love
the cast is Tom Hiddleston, right? That's his name?
Tom Hiddleston.
Loki.
Yeah,
and,
Jax.
Charlie Hunnam.
So it was the same character in every movie.
Oh, yeah, he does. He has the same walk, too.
The same walk, the same kind of accent that when he tries to be, you know, American.
But I'm glad this movie got this kind of a release, because whenever Del Toro's talked about... Alright, Shape of Water was great. I love that one, too. But I feel like everyone just goes right over Crimson Peak.
I can see why people thought it was kind of like... Not boring, but you know, I don't know.
It takes
For some people, it didn't have enough substance.
It takes a little while to get to where it's going, but I mean, I just feel like I was just so immersed into this world.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the visuals, that's what really drew me into it. It still is one of the most beautiful films I've watched, like on Blu-ray and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And even if it gets a 4K, we'll grab it.
And the set design to this movie, too. Everything. I just loved it.
His
Can't wait to
movies are so
rewatch
detailed and intricate.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can't go wrong with a Del Toro movie.
All right, ready? Because
Yep.
you're saving that one.
Yeah,
for last,
I have
right?
the best movie I picked up for last. I'm saving it.
Next up, I grabbed Adrift based off of a couple of other people saying how good it was, and I will definitely watch it soon. I'm a big fan of Shailene Woodley. I really like her, so I'll check it out.
She was in that the movie with the Fault in the Stars, right? Is that her?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
yeah, I saw
with
that.
Ansel Elgort. Yep. And she
Okay.
was also in the Divergent movies. Mm-hmm. So next up, of course, The Little Mermaid. I had to grab the Target edition, which of course has like a beautiful storybook and everything. And I did grab the Steelbook, which is really nice. And fun fact, they did write it on the front, but the woman who voiced the original Belle from Beauty and the Beast actually did this artwork.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I think it's a really cute steelbook. A lot of people felt underwhelmed by it, but I really liked it. And eventually I'll grab the 4K slipcover version, just because, why not?
Just because
I need everything The Little Mermaid.
She's
everything.
obsessed.
All right, and last but
something more.
definitely not least, this is definitely my favorite movie of last year, and that is A Star is Born. I grabbed the 4K slip, and I grabbed the Target exclusive slip because, one, I love this slipcover, and two, because it also has extra bonus features that were not on this one. So I didn't grab the steelbook. I liked it, but I really...
Yeah, the Steelbook I wasn't crazy about.
I love this.
Good movie, really good
Oh,
movie.
my God,
Can't go wrong with
fantastic.
this movie. It was really good.
I know a lot of people now who are watching it who, you know, how much hype it is around it. They're like, it was okay, but I freaking loved it.
I saw the movie the first time. We reviewed it. I really liked it, seeing it in theater the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, since its release, I just, you know, don't judge me, but I kept listening to the soundtrack. Over and over again, kind of like I did with The Greatest Showman. Yeah, I know it's weird. I don't even listen to that type of music normally, but this soundtrack was amazing, and I just kept
so
listening. It's
good.
so like easy to listen to, and I know every word, I know every lyric, and rewatching it again, it made it 10 times better because I knew all the words in it.
You know what? I found myself crying even more, though, the second time I watched it, just because I knew what was happening, and I was just like, oh my God. The movie's so emotional for me, so...
Got to go back and watch the origins of it one day. You know,
yeah, I definitely need to watch the rest of the bonus
three editions
features.
or whatever the hell there was. 3 versions of it, 2 versions of it.
Yeah, I hope to maybe get to the theater to see it with extra 12 minutes, but I'm not sure I will. But hopefully they'll release it again with that.
Oh, they'll release another 12 more times and you'll...
I'll buy every one of them.
All right, drum roll, because this is the last one. Everybody, really. I know you guys have been waiting.
This is a lot of hype.
Guys, this isn't even a Blu-ray, it's a DVD. I know, it's insane.
And it was a new release.
New release, picked it up, guys. But
It's not A24.
It's not an A24 film. I had a gift card from the holidays, and I just wanted to mow through it. So I picked up... You guys know how much I love baseball, and you guys know how much I love my comedies, and I'm a big fan of the first one. So I said, how...
The first one is pretty funny.
So I said,
but...
how could this be bad? And that is Benchwarmers 2 Breaking Balls DVD with, guys, look at this, slip cover and all. Look at that. Slip cover and all. I'll do an unboxing really quick. See, there's that. Took the slip cover off. Guys, no inside artwork.
Oh my God.
But we have that. There's the DVD. There's the back. Just want to do a full unboxing for you guys. This was atrocious, this movie. I made it about a half hour in, and I fell asleep. It was John Lovitz reprises his role. I can't even get this shit back on. But,
don't rip the slip.
Yeah, I know I gotta put this in a plastic immediately, but John Lovitz reprises his role. I mean, what the hell does that matter? Chris Klein from the American Pie movies and Dusty Dinkelman from Just Friends. He's a terrible actor, this guy. And I mean...
Well, this is what's his face. He's on Riverdale now.
Oh yeah, the guy from the Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Scary Movie who had the little
name?
dinky in the shower, right? What the hell's his name? I don't know his name, but I think he's Canadian. But this movie was really... It was bad. It was really bad.
Trash.
Trash.
I was literally angry when he told me that he ordered this movie. I was like, all right, it was $10, but why would you even attempt? Why wouldn't you just rent it?
But I love
Vudu?
baseball, And
But you said that there's literally no baseball.
It's softball. Could you imagine that? Softball. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Softball's not a joke.
They scammed me. They scammed me.
But this is a baseball. Oh no, those are softballs. She's holding softballs. You should have looked at the cover.
Listen,
you didn't look.
I'm a big fan of baseball, and I like my comedies, and this had neither. So that's the end of that, guys. And comment down below if you've seen Benchwarmers 2. I'd love to hear your in-depth thoughts on it.
Someone has to like it.
Maybe.
There's always one person.
And if you do, that's good, because I like bad movies, but wow. I don't know if my taste is getting better or what, but...
You're hanging out with me.
Ugh, so what's that doing?
Sometimes I have to watch my movies pinky up.
Yeah, I know you do. You're a hipster.
No.
But, all right, so...
There's no hipster movies here.
No.
Maybe mid-90s.
I was okay. I wasn't hipster.
All right.
That's
it.
Let's wrap this puppy up. Guys, thank you so much for watching.
Oh, you're going to wake him up? Poor Roscoe.
Roscoe, thanks you for sticking with us after all these years.
All right, guys. So that's it. That was our monthly hauls for January and February. We will try to get back on to having them every month.
And we're going to try to throw a review up here and there.
Yeah.
It's just that we really haven't seen anything lately that has... that we felt like we had to talk about. We did see, Cold Pursuit with Liam Neeson?
Yeah, that was a fun movie.
That was a lot of fun. Good movie. Go check it out.
I thought that was way better than I was expecting.
Different than your typical Liam Neeson flick. I know it looks the same on the surface, but it was a lot of fun.
Very Fargo-esque.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I can't wait to pick it up and watch it again.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments below what movies you've seen recently. I know we didn't do like our top and bottom of 2018. But Star is Born was my #1. That's all that counts.
I don't know what my #1 would be yet, but maybe one day we'll do a live stream and we'll just shoot the shit.
Yeah, we haven't done one of those in a while. We haven't done a lot of things.
We'll catch up with everything on that one day. Whenever we have the energy to do so, we will.
Yes, but as always, guys, thank you so much for supporting our channel and watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in the next video.